but we had some unknown technical problems. We're all right now, though. First of all, let me explain to you why we're having a preliminary pageant. Some of you probably know and have guessed already. When we first started our Mundelein Pageants, we had 15, 17 big girls, and everything was fine. And we had a nice pageant, but we always had a lot of dead space to fill in between one category and the other. And so it didn't make for a fast-paced program. We decided we wanted to beef that up. We also realized that when you go to dance recitals sometimes, you can have a little 2-year-old come out on the stage, and at the beginning of her dancing training, she'd do a little somersault, and there'll be 20 people there to watch her. So we're not so dumb. We figured out that if we got younger people out on the stage, that maybe that would help our audience, that maybe that's what the people wanted to see. And so we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We had a little Miss Mundelein contest to come on while the big girls were dressing, and also to bring some more parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts and church members and whatever. And it became very successful. And one year we had 42 contestants. And then to fill our program, we came up with a junior miss. So that if you like beauty pageants, if you think they're part of Americana, and I certainly do, you can see our program beginning to take shape. We start the 6, 7, and 8-year-olds for Little Miss. We have a couple of years where we don't have anything. And then we have the 11, 12, and 13-year-olds for Junior Miss. And then we have a couple of years where we don't have anything. And then we go to the 16 to 21-year-olds for the Miss Mundelein. So that we gradually go all the way through. And we also explained that because we had them all 3 at one time, we had a 4.25-hour pageant last year. And although that was really tough on the contestants, and it was tough on the audience, I was up under these lights the whole time, and it was even tougher on me. And I'm not that dumb, so we decided that we'd try something, and so we've split the pageants this year. We are not going to come to the conclusion of a little queen or a junior queen tonight. We are only going to go as far as to name the 5 finalists in each of those categories. Those 5 finalists will then come back for their final judging Friday night, right here, with the full Miss Mundelein pageant. What we hope we'll end up with is 2 2-hour pageants and fun for everybody. So that's why we have a preliminary pageant, and we hope that you like our program. We think it'll work, and we'll see what happens later on. And enough of that stuff and nonsense. The second most important people tonight are our judges. And as you know, it's our feeling that the judges should be, as much as possible, totally away from Mundelein, both living-wise and business-wise, so that as much as we can determine, they have no reason to be connected with any of the contestants, even though I'm sure that they would be honest even if they were. We'd just rather not take any chances at all. So, these people have come and they're spending their evening with us to help us select our finalists tonight. I'd like for you to welcome, please, first of all, our Little Miss Mundelein judges. Our head judge for Little Miss Mundelein is Mary Herniska. Mary just graduated from Northern Illinois University. She's a member of the Lake County Fair Committee, was a tabulator for us last year, and is communications assistant for Quality Books in Lake Bluff. She lives in Waukegan. Thank you very much, Mary. Judging along with her is Joan Beth. Joan is a working mother with 2 boys. She's a former model from Lake Zurich. She's also into sign language, and she's active with pro-life counseling. Welcome, please, Joan Beth. Joan? And what better to judge children than teachers? Our third judge for the Little Miss Mundelein is Terry Griswold. Terry is an elementary school teacher for 11 years, and special events coordinator and director for the March of Dimes. Thank you very much, Terry. Nice to have you with us. Judging for the Junior Miss, we have an equally adept group of people. I got my notes right here. Yes, I have. Our head judge is Kathy Starco. Kathy is a mother of 2, and she's a children's librarian in Wheeling. Among the other things she does is to review new books in the local newspapers, and she's a boating enthusiast. Kathy, thank you very much. She also has a long way to go tonight. If you look at the program, you'll notice that she's from Elgin, right? Somewhere out there in the woods. Along with her is a delightful young lady named Nancy Pickus. Nancy's a National Honor Society member, cheerleader, dancer, singer, was the president of a sorority at DePaul University, and she is now working as a purchasing agent in equipment and furniture for the Sears Consumer Financial Corporation in Lincolnshire. Thank you, Nancy. And last but certainly not least, for our junior Miss Mundelein is Fred Byer. Fred is an accounting supervisor for the Allstate Insurance Company. He's a member of the Illinois CPA Society and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. It's Fred Byer, CPA. We like to have our judges concentrate on their judging and not have to worry about whether the numbers are correct or not. So we have what we call tabulators, and the tabulator's job is not to make any decisions, it's just to correctly and swiftly total up the numbers that the judges came up with. And tabulating for us tonight is Ralph Cordes. Ralph has a daughter and a second child expected 1 week. He's a finance manager for NutraSweet. He's a certified public accountant from Wakanda. Ralph Cordes. And one of our tabulators grew ill very late this afternoon with heavy fever or whatever and just could not make it. And so I got on the horn and rounded up this very qualified bookkeeper, accountant secretary, Paula Patton. Paula's married to a Navy chief. Has spent 15 years traveling in Europe, and she now works for the Fremont Public Library as a bookkeeper secretary. So she knows about numbers. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the people who are going to make the decisions and then total those decisions up. Did you all find plenty over the third row? Okay, good. Then I think we're ready. Are we ready, contestants? Okay. Are we ready, contestants? Sure we are. I knew they were. I didn't even have to ask. May I introduce, please, our very first Junior Miss Mundelein, Tammy Easton, and the Junior Miss Mundelein contestants for 1987. House up. Here they come, Queen Tammy. Isn't that nice? One of these young ladies is going to be our new junior queen next Friday night. Let's have a nice round of applause for them. 1987 contestants. And not to be outdone, let's welcome now, please, our current Little Miss Mundelein, Amber Klein, and our Little Miss Mundelein contestants. Bring them out, Amber. There she comes. Amber Klein, Little Miss Mundelein. Be careful of the stairs, no rush. We're not going anywhere. How about that? They made it. Did they? Is that great? Are you guys all smiling? That's our future womanhood. Those are our nurses and pilots and computer programmers and librarians and doctors and whatever for the next generation. Aren't they great? Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Go get ready, all right?